Hi, Stav, eldest, esteemed guest. I tried to talk earlier, but I talked for way too long. So I'm in college right now. For context, I haven't worked a real job since like high school. It's just a little hard to find work in my area. So because of that, as a sort of side hustle turned main hustle now, I've become an OnlyFans porn editor.
Oh my God.
It started a couple months back because I knew a couple girls that
That's awesome.
had pages, and I have a background in
That's
video
fucking
editing
awesome.
and Premiere and all that, so I'm going to school for.
He's
They
going to
reached out
school
to me
for
if I could
Premiere.
help them
That's fucking
some of their
awesome.
content. I was like, sure, dude. And now, I've been doing that for a while. It's getting to where they introduced me to some of their friends that have pages. I'm also involved pretty deeply in my local, like, punk and rave scene, so I meet a lot of girls that do that shit on the side.
Awesome.
And,
Be careful, you don't know where this is going.
it's a pretty good gig. They pay me either up front or a percentage of their cuts. I get to look at boobs for work. Not too bad. Some of the shit that they do is, like, weird. Like, weirder than, I like, but, it's whatever.
Hey, you're at the job.
It's
You're at
not
the
too
office.
bad of a job. My issue that's come with that now is I've been seeing a girl for a little bit now who happens to be pretty religious. And I'm not religious. I don't have any issue with that. There's just some things that we don't see eye to eye on.
Bring her around to
This
this.
is awesome.
Whoever edits these
So
calls is a
I,
genius.
whenever, we talk about work at dinner, I start to sweat a bit. I've just been saying that I just do, freelance video work, and I'm currently just that. But I don't know, I don't really know what to do, because I really like this girl, and I do see a future of us together, but I don't know if I should just be honest and upfront now that, what I do is pretty taboo, or should I not? Because I also don't see myself doing this forever, but I don't know, because I know how many guys wouldn't date an OnlyFans model, so I can only assume, women probably wouldn't be too happy if they found out that I,
You talking about the men
edit
who
together
wouldn't?
clips of women fisting themselves, but I don't know.
And her,
What do you
too.
think I should do here, Stav?
Well, we don't know
Thanks.
her opinion.
True.
We don't know her opinion. I
True.
think God has sent this woman to you as a test, and unfortunately, you need to tell her the truth, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
This is tough. He's a pornographer.
He is He's literally a pornographer.
He's a pornographer.
It is very funny because we do have the male version of being a stripper is now like editing.
Oh no,
OnlyFans.
responding, writing, being the person who writes their answers.
Yeah.
I have a friend who basically does that for a living in Colombia.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
He sexts back guys.
He left a long time ago. To be honest, I don't know what is up. Last time I saw him, he literally pulled out a police badge and said, "I bought this." And it's like he's a literal member of the police in Medellin. And I was like, "Well,
Colombia is a tough place to disappear.
yeah." Well, he left about a decade ago, and he
Nothing-
seems to be doing great.
I mean, it seems good, but it's not as bad as saying I'm moving to Thailand.
But yeah,
But
no.
it's close.
It's exactly. Literally, it
know?
is just geographically closer,
Yeah.
functionally identical.
Yeah.
My opinion here is it's going to be pretty strict. I think
Okay.
you and I are going to have a different opinion,
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah.
And that's that. I think that if the question is, do you feel like guilty, or do you feel like what you're doing is in any way wrong? Because if you don't, then unless you're trying to manipulate this girl, which you probably don't want to admit to, right? Unless you're really trying to manipulate her into thinking that you're somebody you're not, you should have absolutely no qualms about telling her the truth and seeing where that goes. But I think the very nature of you calling in and being like, what do I do? Speaks to a kind of, how do I get everything I want? And that already, that's telling me you're on the wrong, you're thinking about this the wrong way. Because what's your goal? To argue and convince this girl that she shouldn't be offended? That may be the case, and maybe she shouldn't be, but if those are her feelings, then you need to wrestle with that with her. It's so early in this relationship.
Yeah, how long did he say it was, Eldest?
A couple dates, he said, right?
Oh.
But he said, but I really like her. It's tough. It's why I say this is a test from God. It's like God's got a sense of humor about this kind of shit. You made a wish on a monkey paw. Oh my God, I want to have a job where I watch porno all day. And he granted it. But now the woman that you're going to marry is going to be a strict anti-pornography,
Yeah, I mean, I do think, first of all, it is way too early. That is my number one thing is like, what are we even talking about here? You do freelance video. You do literally do freelance video.
It's true. It's not technically a lie.
If you get more into it, like you can say, like, he basically it's not even about this girl necessarily, in my opinion. It's about the fact that he's just not comfortable saying what his job is
to be his identity, of course.
In general, right?
And that should tell you
and
something.
that's fair. That's fair. And my advice would probably be like, admit to who you are. And even him saying like, I'm not going to do this forever. It's like
this whole call reeked of guilt.
Yeah.
You're even as he tries to impress you by saying, oh, my job's great. I get a lot of money, get to look at boobs all day.
Yeah.
That sounds like the kind of thing that you say when you're masking, right? It's like,
totally.
Doesn't that sound good?
It's
Doesn't that
awesome,
it's awesome.
dude.
I look at boobs all day. It's like, well, wait a minute though.
Yeah.
There's more to this job than that, my friend.
Yeah, it's like Milhouse's dad being like, I sleep, I got a race car bed.
It's exactly
and Homer's
the same.
like, well, I sleep in a big bed with my wife. You know? Whereas like, him trying to talk up his fucking divorced life. There is a little bit of that. But I also think it's possible that, and he also said, I don't plan on doing this forever, which is classic, like, sex worker, drug dealer, like
pimp.
You know what I mean? Like people who are like, oh, I'm just going to do this for a little bit and then I'm out. Of course. Criminals in general. Not that you should, which by the way, I don't think you should feel that way. I think you have to make a decision, which is like, how much money does this actually make? You're saying you don't want to do it forever. If that's the case, make a plan.
Yeah, that's
Say
exactly
to yourself,
right.
like, I make X amount of money each month.
And I learned these number of skills that I can apply to other things because of it. Yeah.
How big a nest egg do I need? How long is that going to take me? And actually have an on-paper plan to when you want to be out of it. And you can even share that with this person if it gets serious enough. You could say, look, I do freelance video work. Most of my stuff
is with pornography, and I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah, and I want to just be upfront about it. It's like it pays really well. I need to do it for, I'm trying to save for this, and this. But you need to decide what's important to you.
And how you actually feel about this as your identity, because you're already masking it in all these ways, even in a phone call where you're trying to sound cool about it.
Yeah. And I don't think it's, by the way, in terms of...
No judgment.
I will say editing is in terms of all the creative stuff, editing pays pretty well.
It's an unbelievably employable skill. What I say to film students is if you want a job literally graduating out of film school getting paid like an extremely
really
good
well,
salary, editing. Everybody needs editors. Podcasters, everybody needs editors.
Yeah, we have like fucking 3 or 4 editors.
It's probably one of the most employable jobs, especially if you can do it quickly, which I imagine for OnlyFans models, you need to be putting that stuff out extremely fast. Who knows? Maybe this is the beginning of the rest of your life.
I would say if like my advice to you, where it's like you don't have to have the come to Jesus moment Matt's talking
so
about,
to speak.
Like I think you could. I would say though, you are getting clearly comfortable in this niche. So I would say if you really want to be considered a freelance video guy, find other fucking stuff to do,
which you could.
You know what I mean?
Find.
Mix it up,
and
then start a transition out. And you might find that it isn't even that much more lucrative to be doing OnlyFans. And I mean, I know how much we pay our fucking editors. They make a lot. I mean, they make a good amount of money. And so I think you need to actually be a little more proactive. I think if anything, you're kind of falling into this, which by the way, I don't think is bad. If you do the math and you're like, this pays fucking double.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you got to tell church girl.
You have to decide. And also, it's been 2 dates. Be realistic here about changing your entire life over something that you don't even know.
Yeah, you don't want to be one of those clowns either who's like, I got to now change my whole identity because this girl I feel judged by. You will feel judged by every woman you meet for the rest of your life from wherever she's coming from. You trust me, you're going to change everything for this girl and your next girlfriend's going to be like a crack smoking stripper.
Right.
And you're going to be like, wait a minute, hold on.
You only do softcore?
Yeah, what are you doing? So just be careful. The eye of a woman is going to make you feel small in all kinds of ways. And this is just one of them.
Yep. So yeah, dude, make some real plans.
Yeah, apply as an editor to the Stavi show.
Maybe.
I think
show us your reel. Send us your reel, and don't be afraid to really be thorough with it.
Yeah, 20 minute CV.